There are two simple rules to reach 2000 ELO fast, and these are two rules I have personally used to obtain a rating of 2000 ELO within 2 years. So everything I'm going to be teaching in this video is actually scientifically proven. And for me, my rating was stuck on 1900 for the last 6 months. I just stopped playing chess. A couple days ago, I started playing again. I went on a 6-game win streak from 1900 to 2000 using these two simple rules. I've actually put a bonus rule at the very end, which without it, none of this really works. Right, so first of all, I just want to say, because I was in your situation 2 years ago, I understand your problems and your frustrations perfectly well. You know, these other grandmasters, you know, they were like beginners about 20 years ago. I genuinely understand how you feel, so I'm on your side here. Let's just get you there fast. First of all, there is a network you can join, 16 slots left. I'll leave a link for that. Now, the first rule I'm going to present to you, if used correctly, will make your chess rating absolutely skyrocket into the stratosphere. And that secret is, you do not need to focus on openings, middle games, and end games. All you need to do is understand the correlation between strategy and tactics. Strategy and tactics is literally just what chess is. Now let me explain this rule a bit further to you so you understand. This was a game I recently played, 1939 rated. I was black pieces, my opponent was 1983, so slightly higher rated. This was a very recent game. And I was playing the Caro-Kann. I definitely recommend you do play the Caro-Kann because you're going to get very basic strategic positions that your opponent, you know, with the white side, it can be a bit harder to play. So the game continued fairly normally. I'm going to show you the key moment of this game. So around here, now at this position, I really just paused here. I've got 8 minutes 35 on the clock. My opponent's got 9 minutes 10. So he's playing quite quick. As soon as my opponent played Queen G4, you probably experienced a very similar move. I started to take stock of what he was doing. So if I move my bishop, this pawn hangs. So I started to understand, is this move actually any good? Do I even want to move my bishop? Do I even need to castle in this position? Now, my diagnosis of the strategy here was, I don't want to exchange dark squared bishops because if my opponent can somehow get a knight into d6 and I don't have a dark squared bishop to exchange it, I am doomed. So that's my first strategic idea I'm thinking about here. I'm also thinking, where is his knight going to go? Well, his knight's quite limited in squares. He can only go here. So I'm also using that, and my bishop covers here. I'm thinking, how good is his bishop? Well, it stares into my knight and this pawn chain. I'm thinking, how good is this dark squared bishop? All my pawns are on light squares, which means this dark squared bishop is going to be good. I understood this bishop, I'm threatening to win a pawn. So I already understood my position was better. Now, I know this is going to sound crazy, but in this position, I kind of already knew I was going to win the game. I just knew my strategic advantage was just so nice. Now, according to the engine, black is better. But, you know, in the Grandmaster's hands, white would do very well. But I'm only speaking in under 2000. This is a very strong position. Now, I continued with Queen C7 here, attacking this pawn. Now, listen carefully here. I'm going to come in close. The better your strategy is, the more tactics will flow. But you need to work on your tactics because you're going to need to exploit those opportunities. If you're strategically a good player, then those tactical opportunities are going to come, but you have to catch them. They might come and you might miss them. There's a lot of players who are quite good at, you know, slow maneuvers, but they're horrible at tactics. That's what you need to be focusing on. So I'll show you how the game continued. And after this, I also realized that this knight can only come to this square. I realized this knight is horribly placed. I've got the two bishops. I have the advantage. I can also win this pawn whenever I want. The reason why I'm not taking it is because I do need to castle my king, and if I move this bishop, he can take here. So I'm probably going to castle queenside. If I take this pawn, it's going to open up a file. So I'm thinking a bit ahead there. Anyway, the game continues. I'm going to show you where the tactics really come in. I played the move h4, but I had a tactical motif here. Like I said, the more times you play the right strategic moves, the more tactics are going to present themselves. If you're in the opening or the middle game and the end game and you haven't really studied any of them, you're still going to be fine because you understand the two core principles of chess. Here I should have taken takes, takes, takes. Strategically, he's got two doubled pawns. Tactically, this position's strong. We go rook d to g8. And now I've got ideas of bishop e4. I'm attacking this knight anyway. I'm threatening to come in here. So, for example, knight e2. I'm going bishop e4 now. Just threatening this. Everything with tempo. knight f4, and now a very calm, collected move, king b8. The reason behind king b8 is I want to take here. By the way, just a disclaimer, this wasn't played in the game. I'm just showing you a line I should have gone into. So I went king b8 here. I should have gone king b8 here if I'd played this, because I want to take here, but I understand if I take here, he takes here. So that's really my first rule. My first rule is understand the correlation between strategy and tactics. Now, my second rule, we're going to fast forward a bit. This is a big one, and this is a way you're always going to be able to find the best move. If I fast forward this game slightly, we're going to pause to this position. My second rule for you is the key to finding your best move comes down to understanding your opponent's best move. Before I even look at a move, and this is what I tell everyone I do coaching with, I say, before you try find your best move, you need to know what your opponent's plan is. Because if you can work out what your opponent's best move is, it's going to tell you your best move instantly. So this is quite a tactical example. My opponent has played the move f3, threatening to take this bishop. My opponent's best move really is to take this bishop. I can't really think of anything else. Is this threat any good? That's how I'm going to start thinking about it. So if I go here and my opponent goes here, well, I can go check there, and I promote with check while checking him, which means I at least get a queen into the game. So I've realized my opponent's best move is horrible, and I can actually just take this pawn, and I can threaten queen h2. Let's do that. So this is what I did. My opponent went king f2 now. So now I've got to start thinking again, what's my opponent's best move? Well, he can take, so what can I do? Here I did actually have a forced checkmate with rook g1. Absolutely crazy checkmate. I had rook h2 and everything. So like I said, because my strategy is good, I had a forced checkmate in 15. But I played the move rook h2. I understood if he takes, well, I'm coming in very hard. My opponent played the move rook g1, and this is a quite crucial position here. So if I keep going, after takes, and here is where I played not the best move. Now, my opponent may be threatening stuff like this, not really. He's also maybe looking at moving this bishop. So I went bishop d6 in the game to try get a checkmate in, but my opponent can also take here, so I know there's threats here. Now, the move I had to play here was rook h3, because if he takes, I come in and I gobble up everything. So that's a way I could have used the kind of law of working out your opponent's best move to find your best move. Use this in strategic positions. This is going to be a lot easier if you use this in strategic positions, but I wanted to show you the tactical equivalent to this. And now the final thing to bring it all together is, this is like something how you can allocate your time to playing chess. Now, getting good at chess is more about what you don't do compared to what you do. So if you're spending an hour a day playing blitz games, 3-minute games, or you're spending hours a day playing bullet or puzzle rush or watching Twitch, well, those are hours you could be using to play like 10-minute rapid games and learning from your mistakes. And actually, you wouldn't even have to play much chess. You could just spend like an hour a day playing some 10-minute rapid games and do whatever you want for the rest of the day. But if you love chess, you can keep learning. So anyway, those are my 3 rules. Use these 3 key principles to improve your chess. I definitely want to see you get better at chess. If you do, make sure you send me some emails of your progress. Send me some messages. Write some comments, actually. I'm always responding to the comments. If you're looking to improve your chess, you might enjoy this video. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.